So, I'll start my presentation. So, I can build a sugar shack, as you guys know, very simple. So, actually with a special and accidental opportunity, I worked with the school, starting from the fall term with the farm and forest team, and I started to have this idea about building the sugar shack. And I also have very strong interest in building just anything, either small things or big things. And I also want to do something which is practical, that I can see it just somewhere in the campus. So I just decided to take this plan and continue building the sugar house. So when I start my building, I just actually have no central questions in my mind. But after I finishing everything up, I just realized I'm always doing all my process with these questions, that how can I use what I learned to help me build a functional sugar shack efficiently. So what did I do? So we actually, as a team, we used the fall to build the main brim of the house, and I continued doing this construction with Andy Wu's help and Jerry Bernier and Jeremy Nellis in the winter. And we almost finished all of the pieces. And we also moved the maple syrup machine from Fred. He's a kind and humorous farmer. And yeah, we reconstruct the pieces in the sugar shack that we made in Gould. And the final step was just make sure it worked. So I will introduce my team members here. So the farm and forest team, we have Andy, Quinn, James, Jerry Bernier, Kevin Dome, Jerry Hu, Jeremy Nellis, and me myself, with additional help of Shannon, Todd, and Mr. Willis. So I'll just talk about the progress of the shack and my maple machine. So in the fall, we actually take over the greenhouse that Mr. Hayward built. Just sorry to Mr. Hayward. And we expand the base with more concrete, and thanks to the help of Todd. And the farm and forest team, we actually cut out all the woods and transport them from Pine Hill and move it back to Gould Academy. And we also cut out the joints and we connect them together as a whole pieces, and we put on the frame on that big concrete. And after the fall, I continued doing this with my small team, and we cut out 24 main frames of the roof, and we cut the proper shape of the walls and just put them together. And during winter, we also, but not me, but it's Andy, Jerry, Todd, and Jeremy helped to put on the top of the cover, and it's like a waterproof cover before the first snow of the winter. And also with the help of Shannon, we finally put all the doors on the sides, which I didn't take the pictures, but if you are interested, you can just go down there and check. And that's actually the maple syrup machine that's in the house. And we actually dismantled it from the fresh farm and take that during the winter time, take that all back to our sugar shack, and we reconstructed that matches with our new sugar shack. And on the right side, it's Jeremy testing the quality of the maple syrup, because you can see he's using the things to see if the maple syrup is good enough to just finish. And that's actually the part of the maple syrup we made. So we actually collect the sap from the school's maple trees, and we use that sap to produce the syrup, and that's our good self-produced maple syrup. It's really good, but I don't think you guys have a chance to taste it. So what did I learn? I mean, most importantly, I learned how to use the tools proficiently and reasonably to shape woods into the desired shape I need to construct the building. And also one another important things to how to make a good plan before starting to any actions. So a good plan actually can help me not wasting time on fixing things. So here's an example about it. So we actually have a lot of like sketches before we start cutting out all the roots, but sometimes we just draw the lines in the wrong place and cut the wrong pieces. So we have to redraw the sketches and recutting it, and that just wastes tons of time. So always make a good plan before starting doing anything. So my advice for juniors, just start to do it during summer break, or at least have a brief thought about it during the summer. And I don't think a lot of people will have a chance like what I have in school, that the chance just came here and find me during the fall. So I have no idea in the fall what should I do. But just please start it earlier. And yeah, ask more than ask one or more than the experts to help, because they really can help you a lot about like what you guys gonna do. So I will end my presentation with the sentence that's in the farm, like live like you will die tomorrow, and farm like you will live forever. So that's. Any quick announcement?
Yeah, if everyone could come by invitation of the senior class to the lower field, help us celebrate the marriage of two of your fellow classmates. We'll see you all down there right after this. Thanks.
What?
Yep.
What?
Guys, to the lower field. Have a good day.
But it's one for the money, two for the show.